Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we're talking about appreciating what you have, or really trying to seize the moment, seize the day, not live in regret, that sort of thing. So recently, my lovely grandmother has been going through some health stuff. She's 88 years old. I love her very much, and it's woken me up. And I mean, it hasn't really been like a wake up call or anything like that, because I FaceTime my grandparents all the time and I talk to them and I go down and see them all the time. And, I am very invested in, being there for them, being a good grandson. I love talking to them about all kinds of things. They're very wise, they're very knowledgeable. My grandmother especially is wicked smart and very funny and a lot like me, or I'm a lot like her, I guess. And so on Sunday, I was able to organize like a little get together with all of my cousins and my grandparents, and it was really nice, a lot of fun. And it made me think about how I really do try and appreciate every moment. I've said this before, but I've lost a few very close friends around my age in very sudden accidents and unfortunate events. And I was talking about this with my brother, who has also lost many people. And it really comes down to appreciating the time you have with everyone and the people that you love, appreciating the time you have while you're young, while you can recover from a hangover really quickly, when you can eat lots and not gain any weight. Like, you really need to appreciate these things, because as you get older, things start to happen. People disappear from your life. They tragically exit your life all of a sudden, and you can't control that. And you often think oh, what would I give to just have one last conversation, or watch a movie with them, or go out with them to the clubs and go dancing. And you would give almost anything to do that. And appreciating who you have in your life and who these people are and what they mean to you is really important. And I think the way that you do this, the way that you truly appreciate, is you first have to lose something. You first have to lose someone, or, maybe you have a health scare, you get an injury, and then you appreciate being healthy. You appreciate being at tip-top shape. And it's unfortunate that the human experience requires you to lose something in order to appreciate what you've lost. But I do think it's a fundamental part of learning this kind of wisdom and learning this appreciation for things, is unfortunately you do have to lose something, and you have to go through the process of having something taken from you. However, I do think that you can appreciate things without having this. For example, I think about my youth, or my youthfulness, or whatever. I am very conscious of getting older. I'm not afraid to get older, but I'm very aware of it. I go to the gym every day. I take certain supplements that are supposed to help you with that process of getting older. I drink lots of water. There are things that you can do that kind of ease you in and make it easier to get another year older, and you'll notice your metabolism starts going down, and you can't run as fast, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And so I just appreciate where my body is at now physically, because knock on wood, I don't have any real problems, I get sick like everyone else, but I don't have the aches and pains that a lot of people my age would have, especially for the sports and the things like that I've been playing my whole life. So knock on wood for that. And I don't have that wear and tear yet. And I'm trying to be very careful with physio and stretching out and doing as much as I can to prevent that kind of stuff in the future. It's gonna happen, it's inevitable. You can't stay away from it forever. Life catches up with us all. But just to have that appreciation for waking up every day and being able to go and say, man, I feel really good. Because one day I won't be able to say that. And one day I will say it for the last time, and then I will be gone. So just being able to appreciate those things. Another good example is when you look around your surroundings, or you look at the world and you go, oh my gosh, I am so appreciative to have running water, to have running clean water that I can drink straight from the tap. That's crazy. Very, very few people in the world have that. Very few people, even in my own country, have that, which is insane. And I'm very grateful for it. I appreciate it and I'm mindful of it. I'm not just going around the world thinking like, oh, everybody has that. Everybody has access to a refrigerator where they can keep all of their food cold and like preserved. No, most people don't have these luxuries. And so I'm incredibly thankful and appreciative for these things, modern conveniences, electricity, another great one, the internet. I don't know if that's if that's a real positive or if it's like holding me back, but you know, for now it is a luxury, and you know, I really appreciate that. I appreciate, you know, my dogs are healthy. A lot of people have sick animals or sick children, or they are sick themselves, and you know, knock on wood, I'm okay. So it's just being appreciative of what you have and not necessarily thinking like, oh my gosh, look at all those people who are living so horribly. Like I have a responsibility to be good and live a good life. Yes and no. You should never feel like shamed for what you have, I don't believe, but you know, be mindful about it. And if you can help make the world a better place through volunteering, charity, anything like that, I recommend you do, because it also makes you appreciate what you have and what others don't have. And I think that's a really important kind of talk that nobody really talks about. It's a really important concept about getting out and helping other people and providing some kind of service or that. I would highly encourage you to do so. I have made sort of a personal thing where I don't talk about the volunteering stuff I do, because in that way it's not volunteering, because I'm getting something out of it. But I highly recommend go out, do something, whether it is picking garbage on the side of the road, working at a soup kitchen, boys and girls clubs where you are a mentor for someone. You know, just try it. Give it a go. Even if it's talking to people in seniors homes, or, you know, being there to listen to stories, or, you know, there are so many things that you can do for your community, for the people around you. And I think that that makes appreciation that much better. And it kind of brings me back to what I was talking about at the beginning with my grandmother and organizing this little day of sort of celebrating her. And it was just really fun. And at the end of it, she sort of like took me aside and said, thank you so much. You know, day to day is kind of boring. Like I just sit in my chair and watch TV, and there isn't a whole lot going on. So it's so nice to have the grandkids and the great grandkids here and everyone visiting, and we had lovely food and we just chatted and it was really fun. So it just made me really appreciate everything. And one day I will make the final visit to my grandmother, and that'll be really, really hard and it'll be really sad. And then many days after that, I'll look back and think, oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to have one more conversation with her, to be able to share a coffee or a glass of wine and talk about life and how it's changed. And one day I'm gonna really miss it. So I'm gonna really appreciate it while it's here. Two of my grandparents have passed on now, and what I would not give to have a conversation with them, to catch them up on all the craziness that's happened in my life since they have passed, boy. And so I'm going to really appreciate what I have left. And, you know, it doesn't have to be a grandparent. It can be your parents. It can be your sisters, your brothers, your friends. You never know who's going to leave this life at the drop of a hat. We all could go tomorrow. So appreciate the loved ones in your life, you know, really take care of them, really enjoy, spend time, take photos, take lots of photos. I always take a million photos with my grandparents, and they get so annoyed by it, but I'm not apologizing for it, because I want those memories. I want to remember those times, those stories, you know, just do it. Take photos, even with your best friends. Most of my best friends and I do not have a lot of photos of each other, like all together. And that's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Take photos with people, take memories, take videos, take sound recordings, whatever you can to remember the good times and to be able to relive those when you want. That is so important. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about appreciating your life, what you have in it, the loved ones you have, the connections, the experiences. Let me know how you appreciate them, what mementos you try and keep track of, keepsakes. And as always, I hope you're having a beautiful day, month, year, whatever you're having. I hope it's amazing. And as always, I will talk to you guys